Janjua. She is a big name in Pakistan. She has been fighting against enforced disappearances. Her husband was a victim of enforced disappearances, and she was the one, while I was a victim of enforced disappearances, she stood with my family members, particularly till date, my mother. Every time she asked me about her, how is she, whether her husband has been released or not. I am highly thankful to you, Madam Amina Masood Janjua, for your presence. So please, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much. I hope you can hear me.
Yes, we are hearing you well.
Okay, great. Well, greetings to all the respected members and especially to Munir. And yes, I am also a victim just like Munir, because my husband Masood Janjua has been abducted since 2005. And that was the blackest day of my life, because I have 3 children, 2 boys and 1 girl, and they were, our whole life was upside down. We were just drowned in grief, and we could not even think of doing anything because of this trauma in our life. And Masood was a loving husband, a best of the friends, and he was a excellent father, son, husband. So I had no other option but to start searching for him, and not just for him, but for when I went to the Supreme Court, I found out that this Masood's case was already taken as so motor notice by the Chief Justice of Pakistan. So that was a relief. And when my lawyer presented the case, the Chief Justice said, no, you don't need any lawyer because it's a suo moto case. And since that day, I came across many families who were struggling and who were running pillar to post in Islamabad and also in the different parts of the country, Baloch, Pashtun, Sindhi, Punjabi, all of them. So that I found it my duty to hold their hand, because I was educated and I was located in the center, in the capital. So I started writing applications for the Supreme Court. And that was not, I was not a lawyer, but I was just writing them down in a simple language, conveying to the grievance of these people how much they are suffering, to communicate to the Chief Justice. And that was taken, that was well received. All of them were accepted. And thankfully, there were also many Baloch people in those lists. And fortunately, many Baloch came back, like Bilal Mengal, Bilal Bukti came back. And he also came back to meet me, and he told me that we should continue this work. So similarly, like there was one Pashtun, Ali Sher, he came back, and he gave his ordeal and also told that there are thousands of others who are also suffering in detention centers. And that was how I was encouraged. And I started it as a movement and as a registered organization, because I knew the pain. And I started registering from all over the country. And now I have like more than 300 cases from across Pakistan. And they are, and even other than these 3,000, all the disappeared of Pakistan are like my family. I feel their pain. And previously, when there was Sami Baloch, who was sitting in the camp for 40 days in front of the governor house in Quetta, my heart goes out for Sami and for all the mothers, daughters, sisters who were just holding the pictures of their loved ones, and they were sitting in the camps. Because in Islamabad, I was doing the same. We had a camp for 75 days long. And that was when we were complaining that we don't need this commission of inquiry in which we are supposed to cooperate with. And it's been like 12 years now that the families of the disappeared are just standing in the queue, and they are forced to present their cases in front of this commission of inquiry. The judge of this commission is a notorious person. He has been harassing the female relatives of the disappeared. And I have been reporting this to the media and also to the Parliament and Senate about it. But unfortunately, this judge is still Still, he's holding office and he is the president of this commission of inquiry. And then there are like continuously we are having protest demonstrations in which we are collaborating with Baloch families, we are collaborating with the Pashtun families and Sindhi families, and because there is no other way. There's no other way but to join hands with all the possible organizations which are working in the country, like Shia missing persons, like all the ethnic groups which are working, PTM, Voice of Baloch Missing Persons, and like the Munir's organizations abroad. Also internationally, because any federation, any organization which is working or raising voice for the disappeared is a hope. Pakistan does not need only the campaigning within the country. Pakistan needs something, an external pressure, because a few years ago in 2017, when I went to Geneva and I raised voice, and I met 20 representatives of the permanent missions and different countries. I was able to raise voice in the UPR process. And in that, because of the pressure, developed back home. Shiri Mazari, the Minister of Human Rights, was forced to table the law in which she was criminalizing enforced disappearances. And she mentioned the same definition of enforced disappearances, which is mentioned in the UN's Convention for the protection of all persons from enforced disappearances. So we had little success, but unfortunately, that was cut short when the new regime took oath in April this year. Mr. Shehbaz Sharif is now the new PM. And when he was called by the Islamabad High Court on 9th of September 2022, I met Mr. Shehbaz Sharif and I conveyed to him that the whole Pakistani people are aggrieved, and why not give relief and justice to the mothers and daughters and sisters of the nation. And he promised me that I will do everything
please
in
make it short.
my power. Unfortunately, we still don't know what measures he has taken. We have been also appearing in the subcommittee of the cabinet, and I've given my recommendations that first, Pakistan has to ratify and sign the Convention for the Protection of All Persons from Enforced Disappearance. Pakistan has to pass and table the domestic law in which this crime will be criminalized. Enforced disappearance will be criminalized across the board, and they will have to bring forward all the disappeared before it's too late, before their dead bodies are handed over. You will have to give them well and alive, healthy and happy in the hands of their relatives. And this is the mission which I'm going to lead for the rest of my life, along with my Baloch, Pashtun, and Punjabi and Kashmiri and Sindhi brothers and sisters.
Thank you, respected Amina Masood Janjua. I'm highly thankful to you. Because of this struggle, many people's lives have been saved. So we request you, please continue this struggle. I hope one day you will bring the perpetrators who have disappeared the people, including your husband, to a court of justice. And I'm highly thankful to you for your presence, for this struggle, and whatever hardness you have faced over there, we have been following you, and we know that this has happened to you. Thank you.